In the enchanting moonlit city of Lunarith, a world unlike any other came alive after sunset. The air was thick with the scent of roasted chestnuts, mixed with the sweet fragrance of blooming night flowers. Floating lanterns danced in the sky, casting a warm golden glow over the bustling night market, where dreams were not merely bought and sold, but lived and breathed. Here, you could find bottled memories, sleeping spells, and wishes that shimmered like starlight. In the heart of this magical city lived a girl named Mira, a spirited soul known for her gift of gab and her talent for finding trouble. On a particularly stormy night, as rain pattered against the cobblestones, Mira and her best friend Jax, who was dramatic and often terrified, decided to sneak into the forbidden night market. Jax, clutching his stomach in faux bravery, whispered, "If we die tonight, please tell people I fought bravely." Mira rolled her eyes, unimpressed by his theatrics. "You screamed because a muffin fell near you," she teased, knowing full well that Jax's tendency to panic was all part of his charm. As they meandered through the illuminated streets, Mira's gaze fell upon an old dusty table with a peculiar object hidden beneath it. It was a tiny black bottle, swirling with silver smoke, mysterious and alluring. Curiosity piqued, she approached the ancient shopkeeper. "What's inside?" she inquired, her voice barely above a whisper. The woman's expression shifted to one of alarm. "That," she whispered, as if fearing the very item itself, "is a stolen dream." A sensible person would have turned away, but Mira was anything but sensible. "How much?" she asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The old woman locked her gaze onto Mira's, her voice trembling as she replied, "Everything." Without hesitation, Mira reached into her pocket and bought the bottle, feeling a surge of power with the transaction. As her fingers brushed against the glass, the market erupted in a kaleidoscope of light. Wind howled around them, and a booming voice reverberated through the air. Before Mira could comprehend what was happening, shadow guards emerged from the darkened corners of the market, surrounding them. Among them stood Prince Kael, a figure both imposing and strikingly handsome, with cold eyes that seemed to pierce through the chaos. He directed his fiery gaze at Mira. "Give me the bottle," he commanded. "You could say please," Mira countered defiantly, crossing her arms, her heart racing with equal parts fear and thrill. Kael's sharp response, "I could also arrest you," sent a shiver down her spine. Jax, nearly fainting, murmured incredulously about the dangers of muffins. Kael explained the dire implications of the stolen dream. Years ago, it was taken from him, causing nightmares to plague the kingdom and magic to wither away. The dream was intertwined with the fate of Lunareth itself. Yet the situation was more dire than they realized. The bottle had bonded to Mira's very soul. "If it shatters," he warned gravely, "you will die too." Mira blinked slowly, her spirit of adventure suddenly dimmed by the weight of reality. "Wow, I miss my peaceful life already," she sighed. Thus began their unlikely alliance, a trio of fate, a girl, a prince, and a timid friend. They embarked on a perilous journey through glowing forests, evading giant owls adorned in jewels, and even surviving a haunted dinner party hosted by spirits who were less than hospitable. "Should we eat the food?" Mira whispered, her stomach growling. Kael looked horrified. "I don't think ghosts understand food poisoning." Yet, amidst the chaos and danger, laughter began to weave its way into their hearts. One night, beside a shimmering river that sparkled like diamonds under the moonlight, Mira shared the story of how she once burned her school curtains trying to heat bread. "With magic?" Kael asked, a flicker of curiosity in his icy blue eyes. "No," she replied proudly, with confidence, and for the first time in years, Kael laughed, a sound that warmed the chilly night air. But their newfound camaraderie was shattered when a mysterious woman dressed in silver emerged from the shadows. Lyra, Kael's former fiancée and the very thief who had stolen the dream. Her voice dripped with bitterness as she confronted Kael. "You chose the crown over me, so I chose revenge." Without hesitation, she shattered the bottle, unleashing a torrent of silver light that engulfed Mira. "Mira, stay with me," Kael's voice echoed through the chaos as he rushed to catch her before she fell. Within the storm of magic, Mira's vision blurred, revealing a shocking truth. The kingdom could only heal if someone sacrificed their own dream. Kael stepped forward, determination etched on his face. "I'll do it." But before he could take the plunge, Jax, with a bittersweet smile, declared, "You know, nobody ever asks the funny side character." He stepped into the storm, stars entwining around him, and the darkness over Lunarith began to lift. Flowers bloomed, and the nightmares faded, but as the light returned, Jax was gone. Weeks passed, and the city mourned the loss of its quirky hero. Then one evening, a familiar voice echoed, "Wow, I disappear one time and everybody becomes emotional." Mira spun around, her heart soaring. Jax? He had returned, transformed into the new guardian of dreams, capable of entering the dreams of others, much to Kale's dismay. Months later, the night market sparkled brighter than ever, filled with laughter, music, and the promise of new beginnings. Under the silver moon, Kale turned to Mira, a hint of a smile at the corners of his mouth. "You ruined my peaceful life," he said softly, a twinkle of mischief in his eyes. Mira grinned, the warmth of friendship and adventure igniting her spirit. "You're welcome." And as thousands of glowing dream lanterns rose into the night sky, the city of Lunarith finally sighed in relief, lulled into a peaceful slumber once more.